Texas Memorial Stadium. There are inflection points throughout the season, and this will be one of them for both of these squads in this top 5 showdown. It's the Florida Gators and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, checking in with the Gators head coach before the game. This is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter and keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Longhorns ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators offense will get the ball first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical.
Snags it, and there's running room. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Tries to get it on the ground. Fights off a defender. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Might be changing the route. They want to run this quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Got a little space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's ball. Inside the 25. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They'll run it. It's ball. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. 10th play of the drive coming up, at this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. On target. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Makes the grab. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. And he breaks the plane. Touchdown, Gators!
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Texas Longhorns offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm, and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing.
Makes a deep grab. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no...
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Third down following the sack by the D. Motion from the wideout. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He uncorks one deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Pulls and fires complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Oh, he's got a chance. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, looking to pass. Runs through the tackle. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Handoff for ball. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They feed him again. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Jones to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football.
There's some room. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the...
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go the legs, take the legs out from underneath him so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They'll give it to Ball. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he's coming out of the end zone. And he pulls it up inside the 20. Scooped it, scored it, into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin our wraparound with ECU taking on the UAB Blazers. And it's the Pirates, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And this team is starting to put it together 2 in a row following that 1-2 start. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the ACC. Now back over to your game at DKR in Austin. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory.
And the Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with the Longhorns head coach at the half. They have found some positives here during this 3-game win streak, but right now, trailing in this game, their backs are against the wall. They get an opportunity here to start the third quarter with some more momentum, and he said, we can't worry about the win streak, we just have to worry about doing our job. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Complete, left side, Coleman. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense. But coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch. But advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick release by the QB. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple.
There's a crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
They're able to punch that one in on the ground, and honestly, I'm not sure the defense really expected them to come out running the football, considering how much they're down in this game. Probably expecting him to throw it a little bit more and have a little more sense of urgency. But either way, listen, for the offense, you just got to get on the board. You got to find a way to score somehow, some way. Now, they're down by a lot, David, and I don't know if they can keep running it moving forward.
They might not be able to keep running it, but they had to score on that possession. Now, defensively, you got to step up for me, right? Like, they got to get both sides of the football working together, but the defense is going to have to get some stops. But obviously, a bulk of the pressure is on this offense. Every possession is going to be so important.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. And here's the return. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. They're out there taking a look at this sophomore defensive back, and we hope he's able to get back in the action shortly. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Handoff ball running left. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Out of the crowd, might have a chance. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
You know, the risk on defense on fourth and short, putting all those guys close to the line of scrimmage, is that if the offense creases you, it's going to be an explosive play, and that's exactly what happened. They weren't able to stay in all of their gaps, and the offense breaks off an explosive run on fourth and short.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's fourth down.
Well, third down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got fourth and very short. And what do the analytics say to do here, head coach?
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Takes the handoff. It Smothers. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
There's just so much for this defense to think about right now. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. And they know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
To the air, it's Morris. Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's got great speed. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. snap before the end of the quarter. Finding an escape route. Picks up the first down. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Makes the catch. Looking for the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Using his feet. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. On the ground, and he surges across the line. Touchdown, Florida! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. The give to the left side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He's looking deep. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again on that lap.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Here's the pressure. Fires to the right. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. He breaks a tackle. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Stumbled to the ground. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Finds his man down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Coleman's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Taking it the other way. Touchdown Gators! And they turn it into a defensive score. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've running it, whether they've tried throwing it, they've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Morris. Fakes to grab. Running through contact. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
On his feet at the 40. Finding some room. Pass the 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown. Way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Ready to try the point after. And it's perfect. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels in the 55-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come.
off.